Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Kisses to all of you. So I just did a video on a little bit of Trump, a little bit of Oprah, and a little bit of Tyler Perry. It's about 6 minutes long. If you would like for me to post it, say post it, and I will post it. In the meantime, let's get to Meghan and Harry. I don't feel sorry for them yet. Not yet. But what I do know is that there is no more deals. Archetypes that's gone. Remember when someone said a while back, they said Meghan wants to do more with her podcast, so she didn't want to just leave it in that one spot with Spotify, as if it was Spotify that was missing out. I'm going to say that again. Someone on that Teresa or one of them shows where they defend Meghan and they can't. This is what they said. They said Meghan didn't want to put all her stuff in that one Spotify group and wanted to branch off to other adventures and maybe to do it on her own. And to this day, right now, it is shut down. The podcast is over. So my thought was, no, stop lying to us and tell the truth. When Spotify shut them down, the whole thing was shut down. It's over. They're having a really bad year. And as much as they want to do these publicity moments, no, other things start talking to them. Other things. Their past. I really think Meghan feels like she's really that entitled that she would go to a school. And we talked about this way before. She would go when she went to New York, and I know you guys have heard the story, but my take on it, that Meghan wanted those mothers or those teachers or whatever to sign an NDA and say what? Didn't say anything bad about you? Who would think it's something? First of all, why would she think that they would say something negative or bad about her? Unless she did something or said something for them to even feel that way. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Let's break this down, okay? Is it that she feels entitled? Or I don't get it. Why would a 5-year-old or even a 5-year-old's mother want to talk about Meghan and say anything negative about her? And then if they were going to say something negative about you, Meghan, what do you think they would have said? And why would you be that paranoid over a 5-year-old? It made no sense. I think Meghan, this was her, you know what I think? I think that this was, for some reason, she thought that she was going to still be able to act like a royal when she was here. Let me say that again. When Meghan left royal life, she still was treating her life over here as if she was a working royal. I do believe that. Because when she was in New York and she was waving to everybody like this, like she was a princess, it blew my mind. I said, where does she think she is? In the UK? It was weird. Like, Meghan was trying to set up shop over here on how she was going to do things. And I believe that NDA was the first of a billion that she has probably had everybody that she knows or think of has signed it. That would. But I don't think that they did. I wouldn't have signed anything. First of all, I would have been like, that's what it would include me in, that there was something wrong with her, that my child would bring this home and say, oh, we're going to be meeting Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And according to this note, Mom, we're not going to be able to say anything negative about Meghan It's we can't say anything or we'll get in trouble. They can sue us. I said, look, baby, you ain't going to school. Stay right here with mama. Don't go today. Okay? Let's wait until this princess, entitled princess, they got the nerve to try to tell us what we can and cannot say about her visit. This is that stupid stuff. I said, well, you stay at home, honey. We good. No, we're not going over there with that shenanigan stuff and her shenanigans. Them teachers should have said, you know what, well, don't come. Oh, you got one of those. Maybe you shouldn't come to the school. What was her purpose for being there? Because what she did at that school is she made everything about herself. Let's break it down. Since they didn't came out with this information, I think I want to speak on it. She gets there in this red, I don't know what kind of outfit that was. The day before she had on a mini skirt. This is what I mean by Meghan don't know how to dress the part. So she gets on stage, the first event, and let's go there. She was in New York for something, pretending like she was a royal. Remember that moment? That moment. So she was on the stage with Harry talking about COVID in this mini dress up to her knees and some sleeves. Then the next day, she had on this coat, this winter coat and these red long pants. Okay? She looked hot. And I was like, is it hot or cold? And then she had them dragging pants. It was ridiculous. Instead of just wearing something comfortable and nice for the kids, it was weird. No, because it was her moment to sit there and read this book to the kids so everybody can buy the bench because she was advertising it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't she supposed to be there supporting the kids? Wasn't supposed to be about the kids. What did the kids have to do anything with that visit? I'm going to ask that again. What does the kids at that school have to do with Meghan and her fashion show and her bench book talking about fathers? Did I say fathers? I don't want to forget my place because I was going somewhere. I done forgot it all. I was going too deep and then I started talking. It'll come back to me. Fathers, the bench book, reading it in New York. Let's talk about the father aspect of it because the bench is about fathers, but I dare not get the book. But it's killing me with curiosity to find out what the hell she was talking about when she was talking about fathers in a book. Harry? You're a puppet? Harry is one of those kids. He was the first baby. Yep. Yeah, he did all that. That's why he over here looking doofus on the stage with Kevin Costner looking out of place. And I don't care if Kevin Costner doesn't like Meghan or it wasn't. No. You don't invite somebody to your house and then disrespect them. Either you like them or you don't. And then, I'm not going to invite you because you're paying for charity. No, we don't need it. No. Do it. Listen, do it anonymous and I will read your name and say that you donated it in the crowd. But first of all, you ain't coming to my house. But if you want to donate because you feel led to donate, then go right ahead. But I am not patting you on your back and saying, oh, look what Meghan paid for it. So, Yeah, to get on stage. And Kevin let her. Oh, Kevin. I don't care how he was looking. He didn't want, to me, him running from her and doing all that acting and whatever. If he didn't want her to beat her or disrespecting her or saying that's disrespectful, Kevin. If you go invite the girl to your house, then why would you mistreat her? So that doesn't make sense. Just don't invite her. But no, the mic moment, I really feel like the lady was going up to her and almost it insinuated that the lady was finna give her that mic. If you look at it a little bit, in a little bit of her defense, which is not much, no, because everything after that jacked that up. The pushing and moving and switching and trying to play it off. She made herself look like an ass. Anyway, moving on. Let's go back to the bench. She's reading this book. She's advertising this book. The bench. And so whatever I was supposed to be looking at and doing and trying to figure out what charity or whatever she was doing, that distracted me with her loud clothes that she had on, and then that book, The Bench, because all I heard everybody talk about was the bench. So if there was something for the kids, she ruined that. And so none of it benefited the kids at all. It was all for her. And then look at the demands that she starts to give out before she gets there. Imagine the courtiers waking up and she talking about, I want this and I want that. I want a cup of coffee and cocoa when I get off the stage at 101. That's how she treats people. That's how she talks to people. That's how she treats those closest to her. Until they be like, okay, this girl has lost it. She got over there and got entitled. And then came back over here with it. And it just looks really despicable. So, her telling them to sign something, is it shocking? Should we be shocked by now that anything that she does? And this is the thing. It's like her past is coming to eat her up. She can't catch a break. She can't. Listen, William came down here and spanked that butt. Totally took Invictus and flipped it upside down. I forgot all about Invictus. We haven't talked about that in a while. And it just happened last week. Done with that. Moving on. No, Meghan's got places to go and people to see, and you got to keep up. Because right now, we are focused on making ourselves beautiful inside and out. That sweater thing she wore, that's some stuff that you would wear to court. Yeah, like Mother Teresa or something like that. Like, yeah, that's what it looked like. It wasn't. She wants it so bad it hurts, and she don't even realize how bad she had it. You had it. Did she know that she had it? Does Meghan even, can she even grasp on the concept that she was the most looked at, sought out, admired, envied woman in the world at one point? I was. I said, honey, look at the... Because at first I was like, I don't trust her. That was my first thought. Immediate thought. And then I said, oh, her background, and it started coming together. And I was like, okay, she's not that bad. And then, Wendy Williams, I was like, that's something up. But then her father and all this stuff, and then all But what I'm saying is, I forgot my point. Can you believe that the spare, this is what he ended up with? That's a disappointment. It really is. It is a disappointment. It's a disappointment on both sides of the country, the UK and the US. It is a shame because we each have something that went wrong. We had Meghan and you guys had Harry. And I don't know which one is the worst. Do you? I do. I believe it's the one over here. Because to me, when you are marrying and being with someone and in love and want to grow and you do it together, number one, you're not thinking about yourself. You can't. It's just what? You're thinking about your other half. You're thinking about those things. Did he eat today? What is he going to eat? He's hungry. Let me feed him. You know, does he have this? Does he have his coffee? You know. No, not Meghan. She had her list listed out for herself. This was all, this is self. Even the Kevin Costner, nothing is going to do it. Nothing is going to resurrect her at this point. And it keeps falling on deaf ears. Keep trying. Keep trying. Maybe. I don't see her playing in a Tyler Perry movie. I don't see her playing in The Bodyguard if Costner wants to get people to watch it. I don't see any of that. Because no matter how hard she tries to push herself on the celebrities, it's not the celebrities that you need to be trying to smooth over. But you know, she doesn't know that. I was going to say something else. I went on someone's page and they were praising Harry or something like that. It was crazy. And it was like, this is his legacy, talking about Invictus. I said, see, that's that stupid stuff. I want to merchandise that. I do. I want to put it on, you know, a coffee mug or something like that or something. I really love it. And that's why I'm playing around with some of the images. So that I probably won't post that one again because I'm bored with it already. But what was I saying? Oh, God. See? Just a second. I'll just go here. It's funny because she keeps popping up, popping out, and then not even popping out. Since she's popping out and popping out, then she gets bad press all the time. All the time, bad press. And it be legit. Like the school, the NDA, like who does that? She was so excited that she didn't have to sign one when she married Harry. She could have just did the splits because they trusted you. They didn't have you sign anything because you were family, idiot. But you didn't treat it as family. You treated it as a business deal. Say it again. Meghan, yes, you. When you married your husband, oh yeah, that one, the one that you keep as an accessory, yeah, that one. You told us that you were surprised that the family didn't have you sign something to say that you couldn't speak about things that were talked about. An NDA. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And you were so excited because you thought that they, you were just shocked. But no, they opened up, but they fed you to the wolves. Remember, they didn't just da 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 da. You can read between the lines. She's been lying since she's been over here. I keep forgetting. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what I just said. Oh, it's so much. It is. It is so much. But she was so excited that she didn't have to sign an NDA, that she spilled the beans and said, I didn't have to sign it. And she treated Harry's family and them not as a family, as a business. Because I didn't know that you walk up in a family and you sign NDAs and say, if you marry him, you can't say anything. Meghan treated her relationship and her in-laws as a business deal, as a business. And instead of admitting that she failed and walked out and said, I didn't want to do this anymore, she decided that not only was she going to trash them, she was going to make money off of doing it so she could live in Montecito. Mm-hmm. And now the deals are drying up for I don't know what. And people are talking about Invictus and support. I don't understand. And so things are drawing up. Things are not panning out as she thought they were going to do. And she's still going full speed ahead. Mm-hmm. They're moving to Malibu, and it continues. Because she's going to make it by all means necessary. But she had it. I think I was talking about that a moment ago. How do you have it and then you give it back? No, I don't know what she thought. She probably thought Harry had more pull, or I don't know. But they went straight rogue. Straight rogue. Like, hands down, this is what? What did Oprah say? Who's having that conversation? Nobody? Oh, here's Obie Scobie's book. He's sick. He wants some attention. He loves when his name is mentioned. And so every now and then he'll pop up and say something so he can be in one of our videos. Listen, guys, I don't have anything else to say. This is just my intuition, me just thinking about things and wondering. Oh yeah, I did mention fathers too. Remember the bench? And she was reading to those kids that talking about fathers, and her father has had 2 strokes. He put her through school. He hasn't seen her since he did that paparazzi. I'm going to name his crime because this is why she said she stopped talking to him. And now it's going to be because he's talking live on live TV. But ain't that what she did? Isn't that what her and Harry did several times? Like one of my subscribers said, she got it from her father. But regardless, they think this is the best course of action. That's I remember when Harry said, this is the only way that, they would understand. I said, oh, so the only way your family would understand what you and Meghan got concocted is that you get on national TV and the Oprah show and all that and start lying on them? They had no idea. You didn't consult with them. Netflix didn't consult with them. You didn't. Oprah didn't. No one did. You guys took it upon yourselves. And see, Oprah didn't say, well, anything. She didn't fact check. She just went by. She was letting them have their truth. You know what? Oprah comes up with more excuses than a little bit lately. She excuses herself right out so she won't be looking like the bad person. It's okay to do it sometimes and just come out and apologize, Oprah, and stop thinking that you're Mrs. Perfect, because you're not. And you don't have to uphold that whatever you think, that you're this perfect person, because it's cracking and people see it. Oh, she decided to allow these people to get on TV and say what they want to say, and then decide to excuse herself away from it. I just let them have their truths. I didn't know it was going to be a bombshell. Then you rewind it years prior, and you hear her on there saying, well, the bombshell moment for me was when it was the race. It was the color of Archie's skin. Come to find out, they wasn't even married. Archie wasn't even a seed yet. When whoever was asking about what the baby was going to look like. But she's up there with Kevin Costner now and hanging out with his crew. Let me say that again. Now Meghan is hanging out with Kevin Costner and his crew. Listen, you know how when Meghan and Harry go places, they're always begging for jobs and stuff. Remember that time they were in the Disney line, and you can hear it as clear as day on one of those Real House. I don't know if it's the Real Housewives or recap. One of them need to replay that. It was, I don't know which one it was, but it was where they were in the line. Somebody played this. They were in the line of the Disney line, and you can actually hear Harry saying it. And then he goes on and he says, Meghan says, yeah, we're something for a job. We're soliciting for a job or something like that. It was weird. And so what that told me is they were lining up stuff so when they got back to America, when Meghan got through playing Suicidal, okay, let's say that she wasn't, because we don't know if she was or not, but let's just say that during that time, when she said she was, during the suicidal time, she was begging for a job. And so, wouldn't she be begging here? I'm sure Kevin Costner knows that she's needing work. She wants to be in Bodyguard too. Let Kevin Costner ask her that. Ooh. Well, that movie would go down the tubes quickly. So, listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Impromptu, no notes. Just rattling on. I hope I didn't offend anyone. Kisses to all of you. Don't forget to hit like. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have anything else to say. But let me pause and see. Okay. So Dan Wooden asked Lady C something about the microphone moment. And Lady C was like, I'm gonna give her that one. It was weird. I said, you're gonna give her what? And let me make sure I got this right, and you have to watch it, because I don't normally I have it and I can let you listen to it, and then let's do it that way. I think it'll be better. Hello, I'm back. I wasn't even gonna play this, but Lady C, okay.
He said no. I mean, what's going on, Lady C?
He just asked her what's going on with the visit with Balmore and the invitation that Harry was supposedly had gotten. Okay. Let me rewind a little bit so you can hear what he said.
Role, and I think that would be the right thing to do.
Sure.
But as for finding him opening up palaces for him when he just wants to spend 1 or 2 nights,
No, I mean, what's going on, Lady C?
Okay.
I think that would be the right thing to do. But as for finding him opening up palaces for him when he just wants to spend 1 or 2 nights, it's ridiculous.
Lady C, because there has been a big back and forth about who asked who, and did Charles actually ask Harry to come to Balmoral, and he said no. I mean, what's going on, Lady C?
Well, I was told that all the royals have a standing invitation to Balmoral, but it was made clear to Harry, and he knows it to be a fact. Nobody wants to see him, and he doesn't really want to see them either. Can you imagine how...
She said a standing invitation. That means, you just go. Everybody's going to be there, so you kind of know, you just kind of show up. But no. Mm-mm. Lady C said no. They don't want to see him, and he don't want to see them. I'm sure Harry is trying to avoid them, but obviously he went over there to the coronation. Woo! He made it to that. But getting him alone with them so they can tell him how they really feel about him,
excruciating it would be if he and or Meghan showed up at Balmoral.
Amazing.
And the air would be absolutely fraught with ice. And so no, I mean, the fact that he has a standing invitation, they all have a standing invitation, but that doesn't mean that he's expected to take it up. And in fact, he's not expected to take it up.
Okay. Now, look, at the weekend, Meghan and Harry actually attended a star-studded charity event hosted by the Hollywood actor Kevin Costner, but she was left red-faced by this moment. See, she tried to grab the microphone from that woman, only to be told she wasn't invited to speak. Lady C, this has gone viral. What did you make of it?
Well, Dan, you're going to hate me, but I think in fairness to Meghan, it's perfectly natural that she might have expected that she should speak. So let's cut her a bit of slack there.
Yeah. No, happy to.
Okay. No, that didn't make sense to me. Did it to you? Or maybe the way she said it, I didn't understand it. Because either she knows she was supposed to speak or she wasn't. Did she not know that? I didn't see her speak at all. Even after that, they never gave her the microphone. So why should she at any point think that she's supposed to speak? So no, I didn't get that one. But unless she was saying what I said, it looks like the mic was going towards. Sorry. It looks like the mic was going, sometimes I get, anyway, like the mic was going towards Meghan. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of looked that way. And if I was the lady, I probably would have just let go. I would have been like, oh, okay, if you want it, take it. Because she had a good grip on it. Let's move on.
Yeah. Kept her at arm's length. He didn't even acknowledge her existence. And I heard might have expected that she should speak. So let's cut her a bit of slack there.
Yeah. No,
But you notice Kevin Costner kept her at arm's length. He didn't even acknowledge her existence. And I've heard very interesting things from people who were there, that in fact he almost treated her with disdain because they were parents.
Let me pause that. Because, what? That's what I'm saying. Like, Kevin Costner, would you honestly be that rude? Would you invite someone to your home and mistreat them? That makes no sense to me at all. It doesn't. Shame on Kevin for getting her over there to embarrass her or to shame her, whatever Lady C is saying. I don't understand that. It's almost like he's like, oh, when she's get here, I'm gonna pretend like unless she started getting annoying when they were there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like maybe he hadn't really met her at first. Let's go here. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's just pretend so I can get out of that. Let's pretend that Kevin had met her for the first time at his house and he didn't like it. She was following him around and just being annoying. And she probably was the one that said, how much did your house cost? I don't know. You think that could be it? Like he's meeting her for the first time and he's just like, you know what? I see why people do not care for you because you're fake. And I believe that's the only thing that I can see is that it happened live and he was just like, oh God, she is so fake. And you can smell it. She's desperate. She's everything. I bet she's up there asking for a job, seeing if she could play the bodyguard with him. Just stupid stuff. Probably flirting with him. I mean, I don't know. He's divorced and his house is $146 million. Hers is 14. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I would find it weird that he would do that. That's just not his, I don't know. But according to Lady C, let's move on.
Shooted in by Ari Emanuel of William Morris Endeavour. And he sort of, Kevin Costner's a team player and a regular guy. And he went along with it. But evidently very reluctantly. And
so WME works with Kevin Costner and Meghan. But that's that stuff I was saying the other day. They work for me. I don't work for you. Okay, hold up. Let me get this straight. I pay you to make me popular. But you're telling me you want me to help you make someone else popular. Because we run in the same circles. That doesn't make sense to me. Does it to you guys? My portfolio is my portfolio. Unless that's the way they do it. I don't know. Do you think? That is crazy. They can control who you hang out with. Kevin Costner. You didn't want her at your house, so you dealt with it and you mistreated her a little bit or just tried to avoid her. That's not mistreating too bad, but avoiding her altogether, And then because of WME, God, I feel like y'all hostage. I've been like, no, I don't care. Listen. And maybe he needed this for his you know what? But here, if Kevin needed this for his popularity, it would have been great without Meghan and Harry. And since he put Meghan and Harry in it, it dropped it down. That's why I'm like, that wasn't a good move
the look
for
of
me.
disdain on his face every time he clapped eyes on her was something worth beholding.
Now look, Phil, it comes amid these accusations that Harry and Meghan have been trying to gag teachers and school children as young as 5 at a school where they filmed their sordid Netflix reality show. Allegedly, it was demanded the school sign a clause banning anyone from making negative comments, but sources from Archwell say that standard practice was followed. So, Phil, is this proof the couple will do anything to protect their image, even if it means gagging 5-year-olds?
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure that people will try and make out it's standard practice, but I mean, what if a teenager, some 13-year-old lad, some poor lad from Harlem had posted something on social media from this event? Are they going to get their high-powered lawyers onto them and sue him? I don't think so. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. It shows they're paranoid. It shows they're absolutely trying to control the press. I talked last week about how they're trying to control the press as well now and get back in with the press.
I think it's entitlement. I think it's her throwing her weight around, letting people know that she thinks she's a princess. I really do believe that she felt she was a princess and was like, this is what they do over there in England at time. I don't know what she was thinking, but obviously she thought she was better. And that stupid stuff, telling these kids what they can and cannot do when she leaves.
And, you don't get the royals saying to anyone before they come out, we're not allowed to report anything we say. They don't like us reporting things they say, but they don't try and get it in writing.
Lady C, what did you think about this gag clause?
I think it's outrageous, but I think it's typical. Meghan and Harry are dictators. They're trying to dictate to everybody what you have to say about them, whether you believe it or not, or then you have to...
That's it. Trying to change the narrative. Dictators. Whether we believe it or not, she's going to say it. Whether we believe that they were in a 2-hour car chase, she was going to say it. Because by chance, somebody will believe it. But she misses the boat because she ends up losing more in the end for lying. But, it's weird how they were up there on that stage like they are this couple that we should be admiring. And that's what throws me, is that they have these, he's talking about mental health, but then he gets on national TV and starts talking about his brother. Is that therapy? Putting it in a book, that's therapy? Like, why would you do that? And then, did you think that could have triggered something in your brother's mental health? That you're writing about him and saying things about him that you shouldn't say for this woman? I heard she was coming out with a book. Bring it. It will not do good. It will be a whole bunch of what we're talking about now. Blaming. Excuses. Why this didn't work and that didn't work. Because Meghan hasn't gotten the memo that it's her. She still thinks it's everybody else. And so as long as she can just point the fingers and blame everybody else, she can try to see if she can continue to pretend and to fool everybody that we didn't just see all that. Like Oprah. I bet Oprah was looking at her like, look at her over there, pramping and doing her thing, lying. I didn't see them take a picture together. I didn't see them talking together. I didn't see that. But I'm not saying that they didn't, Oprah, because I'm sure you knew she was going to be there. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter who's going to be there. It really doesn't matter. Her reputation hasn't changed, and it won't. It hasn't changed since Invictus, since all her awards. Okay. It's not going to change. And I don't think she has all these deals, all these companies at her, all these job. I don't believe she has this at her fingertips anymore. That people are not. Anytime an employer gets on national TV and tell people that you're a con artist, I don't want to work with you. I'm just going to call the last employer. Bill, what did you mean? Well, if you want to lose millions, then go ahead. The link. Netflix is still invested. They are holding on tight. They're letting everybody know we are with them to the end. Yep, because you dished out millions. And if you don't get that return, you're going to be letting go jobs. That's next. When you hear Netflix start talking about how they laying off jobs, that's when you're going to know they're going to have the Meghan effect. Because every company that has invested in these two has lost employees. And not employee benefits and everything. Better Up went through something. Their salary looks like crap because they're paying Harry 6 and 7 figures. That's what I heard. And then you have Netflix dishing out hundreds and millions. Spotify had to cut its losses and said, listen, we're done. Then they had to get rid of some people. A lot. But do Meghan and Harry care? And they're supposed to care about charity? They're supposed to care about people? Meghan is looking out for herself. And then if it goes wrong, she's going to blame them. She blames Spotify. They didn't give her direction. But the other lady said that, she didn't want to put all her eggs in one basket since it was so successful. If it was that successful, then why did she need directions? Excuses. I get people want to protect her and, against people that come out against. But, okay. So we go away. She keep conning, and it just keeps going on like that. No, I enjoy it. No, telling the truth. Listen, or my truth. Guys, have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed this. Kisses to all of you. Thank you for always just being there and your wonderful comments. I don't ever feel like you can't keep writing. You can say and type anything you want, and I will read it. And my goal is to respond to everyone. It's so difficult, but it's beautiful too. I mean, I will respond to each, but I want to have a comment. If I don't do a comment, don't think that I don't take your love. I love it. Kisses. Good night.